Camron leaving Sirius XM just got done with the Max B interview. Max B had the NY streets flooded. But Jimmy acting like he can't see the water right.
These niggas go back like 40 years.
When you hear that you definitely didn't come home, what's the energy? Because I'm going to keep it 100. Yo, Kill, I got to talk to the governor in Jersey.
Yeah,
Yo, once I speak to the mayor and these brothers we got coming up.
It was, like I said, you just got to switch the mindset.
Max B coming home. Where we at with that? Are you able to get past that?
No. Now we get past now. We can get past that now. You want to get past it? Or you want to dive more into it? Or you want me to tweak it?
I want you to get past it at some point.
You want me to crash out?
I definitely don't want you to crash out because I don't want to crash out. Now, what I want for myself, I want for my brother.
I appreciate it.
Max B is finally free, and Jim Jones didn't even try to mask how salty he looked about it. The moment Max touched the streets again, Jim jumped online, acting like celebrating someone coming home is pointless, even calling Max B a failure. That's wild, especially since Jim was hyped when Mel came home not too long ago. But it gets even messier. Max B just pulled up for an interview with Camron and Mace, and Cam straight up said Jim is still scared of Max B after all this time.
Things that I'm saying, but you don't know the slander, like when you got locked up, you don't know the slander that I get. Cam, how the you let it go this way? From the same, like, what the how to go, da-da-da. I'm like, yo, I ain't see the, yo, I ain't see this nigga be playing niggas nigga in and out of jail all the time, man. I ain't see this shit was gonna happen. Niggas be ready to take my head off about this shit.
Because you ain't a prophet.
Yeah.
They want you to be a motherfucking prophet.
That claim hit the internet like a spark in dry grass, and people started digging back into their old tension real fast. Now it's time to break down what really went down, why Jimmy looks stressed, and why Max B stepping back into the spotlight is shaking things up for him on every angle. Max, Biggaveli himself, is the type of artist you can't box in. The deeper you dig into his story, the clearer it becomes that he shaped a whole wave of New York rap, even without the mainstream shine he should have had. His influence still echoes, and seeing him walk free again has everybody watching his next move with wide eyes.
He wasn't Max B, his name was Charlie Rambo. He got out of jail, he come up to me. This is word for word. So I'm like, Charlie, what up? When you guys say, yo, Flea, I just came home. I say, y'all say you always just come. He say, yo, Flea, you know how to rap now. Let's get this clicking like Dorothy's heels.
Max's real name is Charlie Wingate, born and bred in Harlem, and he started rising in the early to mid-2000s as part of Jim Jones's Bird Gang. But here's what people need to remember. Max wasn't just some background rapper in the crew. He had this smooth, melodic, half-singing, half-rapping style that nobody else in New York was touching at that time. His whole wavy sound became the blueprint for a vibe the city didn't even know it needed. That mellow, vibey, half-sung New York flavor that artists like A$AP Rocky later got praised for. Max was already pushing that lane way before the industry ever thought it was cool.
Bitch, her name was Cindy and Mindy. I wasn't sure cause I was too tipsy off the rim, playing big in the bank. Me green, my dick was the buck, my was the ATM machine. Had the sparkle all in my ear. Below, nibble on the little nipples and blowing on.
I ain't gonna lie, Max B really inspired my whole rapping career too. I feel like not rapping career, but you see the way I'm making melodies.
Yeah,
he was a big part of that because before I started rapping, I was singing Max B all the time.
Max went crazy with the mixtapes too. $1 Million Baby, the Public Domain series, Coke Wave with French Montana. Every one of them turned into cult classics. Even without radio play or mainstream hype, he stayed the rapper that other rappers quietly studied, trying to catch the same wave he created. But everything flipped in 2006, right when he was heating up the most. Max got pulled into a robbery case that ended up changing the whole direction of his career, and it all went down fast. Here's what happened on September 22, 2006, the day everything took a sharp turn and the streets couldn't believe the headlines. Max B's ex-girlfriend, Gina Conway, told him about this guy she had just met, Alan J. Plowden, and how he was flashing real money everywhere. Instead of leaving it alone, Max decided this was his next move, and that decision sent everything spiraling. He told his stepbrother, Kelvin Levo, to run the robbery, and Gina was told to roll with him. They pulled up to Plowden's room at a Holiday Inn in Fort Lee. Gina knocked, and another woman, Giselle Neve, answered the door. Giselle said Plowden was asleep, but things escalated fast when Kelvin pulled out a gun and held her at gunpoint while Gina used duct tape on her. They tore the room apart looking for a bag of cash, but nothing showed up. So they woke Plowden, taped him up too, and pressed him about the money. He said there was nothing there, so Kelvin forced him to call his partner, David Taylor, to bring it over. But the moment Taylor walked in, he tried to fight Kelvin, the gun went off, and Taylor was tragically shot. Gina grabbed Giselle's purse and took $800 from Taylor's pockets, while Kelvin took his watch. All that risk, all that danger, and the whole situation over something so small, gas money and a couple accessories. After they left, Plowden told hotel staff what happened. When police rushed the room, he was literally mid-shuffle with around 30,000 sitting right there. The whole situation was a disaster from every angle. Plowden tried to hide the money, and that move backfired hard because he ended up getting hit with his own charges once police figured out what he was doing. A few days later, Gina got picked up, and she didn't hold anything back. She told investigators everything about Max, Kelvin, the plan, every detail. After that, Max and Kelvin were arrested and hit with heavy charges, and Max was held on a massive $2 million bail. By 2009, Gina took a plea deal for manslaughter and armed robbery, agreeing to testify while facing up to 18 years. Fast forward to May 2009, and the trial for Max and Kelvin kicked off on June 9th. They were both convicted on 9 out of 11 charges, including felony murder, and the sentences were brutal. Max was hit with 75 years, and Kelvin got a life sentence plus 35 more. The very next day, Max's ex, Gina, was sentenced to 15 years. Max later filed an appeal hoping for relief, but in August 2012, the court officially rejected it, locking in that 75-year sentence. At that point, it looked like his career and freedom were gone for good. But in 2016, everything suddenly shifted. Max B's conviction was overturned when it came out that his original lawyer had a serious conflict of interest. His charges were reduced, and he pleaded guilty to aggravated manslaughter, dropping his time down to 20 years. Jump to November 9th, and Max finally walked out of prison after nearly 16 years behind bars. His release hit the music world like a shockwave. Max came home to real love, friends, family, and of course his longtime collaborator French Montana pulled up strong. French even shared a video of him greeting Max right outside the prison gates, and his caption said it all. "Can't make this up, my brother really came home on my B-day, humla no more, for you."
Up now looking shit, now we gotta stick down. Look at that. Half these niggas broke their kids.
Kids go. Where's daughter? They're gonna tell us to move.
Let's see it, nigga.
That moment had the whole internet buzzing, but now we slide into the messy side of things. The tension between Max B and Jim Jones didn't come out of nowhere. When Max first connected with Bird Gang and Dipset, he wasn't just hanging around.
Yeah, listen, man. And I listen, I'm first tell you, I missed out and I didn't see it because you was too much of my nigga and I didn't see the vision. And sometimes what it is, not even talking about you, because you turned out to be something this.
You still got me in though.
Oh no,
you did everything in your. You was like, look, go see, bro.
Yeah, but listen, we boomerang, we here now. We ain't even gonna get it.
No, I'm just saying, like that's how.
Right.
Even you acknowledge, like, still, like, damn, I got Jaja, I got this, I got Rel, I got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He was doing the heavy lifting. Max was writing hooks, shaping verses, and according to a lot of people, he even played a part in major tracks like We Fly High. His creativity was all over the place. But here's where everything cracked. Max said he never got the right credit or the right money for any of it.
Wait, hold on, man. I get all my money from Dipset.
Yeah, oh, you do?
Everything. Oh, let's get this today. Me, Alan Graham, I get all the Grease. Dame Grease make a lot of money. He gets that. I don't know about you other guys from the beats, but I get all that money.
That's a can beat. That's a can beat. Can might pay. Them other niggas, y'all get snuffed. I don't give a fuck wavier than the wavy man. Nigga, I got a better car, I got better songs, I look better, I got more bitches, nigga. I just live better than you, nigga. I'm the best, nigga. You niggas sitting around in the gym.
He felt like he was being used for his talent while somebody else got the shine. He'd put in the work, help create these huge tracks, and Jim would stack the checks while Max walked away with almost nothing. There were even shows where Jim pulled in serious money, and Max said he was getting paid a couple $100s like his contribution didn't matter at all. That kind of treatment built a lot of resentment, and it didn't take long before things exploded into a full fallout. But this situation wasn't only about money, it was about respect. Max said Jim never treated him like an equal, even though he was behind a lot of the creative magic that made the movement shine.
That's kind of how I missed out on Max B. I'm just being straight up honest. And Jim ended up signing him because Jim seen the vision, but because Jim had an outside vision of Max. I grew up with Max, Charlie Rambo, nigga play all day. Nigga throwing piss on the bums, joking all the time. So when he came to me and said he gonna start rapping, I was like, yo, Charlie, stop playing. His exact words was killing. They're like, no, let's get this shit clicking like Dorothy's heels. I say, yo, this nigga play too much, man. So sometimes you got to see the vision, but it's a lot of people that I seen that not necessarily still live in New York. They live outside of New York.
That disrespect built up over time, and eventually Max walked away from Bird Gang for good. After the split, Max linked with French Montana, and they started dropping music that openly challenged Jim Jones, putting the spotlight on who they believed was really shaping the hits. Their wave was loud, confident, and aimed straight at the gaps they felt Jim never wanted people to see. Jim, on the other hand, claimed he never meant to interfere with Max B's money, and that he was simply doing what he learned from his mentors. But what he didn't mention is a major detail. He didn't give Max back his publishing until Max sued him for it, and the court ordered him to return it. That spoke louder than any explanation he tried to give. Camron has talked about this too, and he's always backed Max.
And still people who live in New York who be like, Cam, I'm from Harlem. You gotta put me on, da 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 da. And it's like, bro, let me tell you one thing about Harlem. If you good or you hot, they gonna support. Harlem can't wait to branch on to somebody that's good and say, yo, these niggas is hot, or this person hot. Let's move. Let's do it. Not only that, the other bros will pick up. Cause you know how many niggas from Queens or Brooklyn or
Cam said Jim has a pattern of trying to control people and taking credit for work he didn't fully do. Cam even had plans to sign Max himself, but he didn't act fast enough before Jim swooped in and grabbed him first. Even after all that history, Max and Cam are still cool. And the moment Max got out, he sat down for an interview with Cam and Maze. They didn't mention Jim at all. The whole convo stayed focused on their Harlem days, Max's time in prison, and what he's planning next. And even though Max isn't worried about Jim right now, it's clear Jim still feels some type of way. When he was asked in a recent interview if he could let the past stay in the past, he didn't hesitate. He said no, and he didn't want to explain anything else. You could see it in his face. That question hit a nerve fast. People online instantly jumped into the conversation. Some comments were saying stuff like Jim still has PTSD from Max running around World Star back in the day, dropping disses on him nonstop. Others even brought up the hotel situation, saying the history between them was way too deep to just brush off. But then someone else dropped a whole different angle, writing, Jim is saying this because Max B is not in front of him. If they saw each other, there is no way that they could not heal and move forward as brothers.
You know how frustrating it used to be watching 100 niggas from Long Island get on? EPMD, Eric B, Rakim, motherfucking Bismarcky. And then you think about Queens, you think about LL Cool J, Tribe Called Quest, Nas, 50 Cent, Run DMC. The list goes on. Brooklyn, shit, Big Daddy Kane, motherfucking fat, all these people. So in Harlem, we used to say like, yo, Harlem got a jinx, man. Harlem got a jinx. I don't think none of us ever getting on because nobody had been on since Dougie Fresh, Rob Bass, or Kumo D. It was a draft.
The love is still there. Jim is hurt. Jim feels hurt by Cam too. Jim has to realize he hurt Max B too. That is why he responded that way. I think they can move forward. That comment had everyone thinking twice. So what do you think? Can these two really move forward, or is there just too much history, too much tension, and too many scars for things to ever go back to how they were before Max got locked up? This story is far from over, and the next chapter might get even wilder. If you're rocking with this breakdown, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment for the Mike Trip channel. Your support keeps the stories coming.